Okay. I'm
I don't
sorry.
have a
That's my
response
fault.
to that.
That's my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault. I have nobody else to blame but me. That's me. Sorry, guys. We're here.
Yeah.
We're alive.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, thank God you finally decided to show up to the show, Dead Man. I appreciate it.
Shut up.
I've only been doing a, pre-show for the last 17 minutes. Now I appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry. I was busy watching the funk of 16 days off me. Like when you go into like when you get in the shower. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like you fucking just you feel just the weight of the world coming off you, and that's
Oh yeah.
exactly what the fuck happened to me.
Oh yeah, especially it's a real hot shower, like not even just a lukewarm. Like you turn the dial to Satan's piss, and now you
Yeah.
just are enjoying every last bit of it.
And that's exactly what happened to me. I was like, oh my fuck. I know I need to be there, and I should be there, and it's
I,
my fault, and I'm sorry.
I'm, I'm leaving Gibby to run this by himself.
My bad.
I must have a death wish or something.
I oh my god. I
Well,
I have like no excuse. Like that's just all it was. I was in the shower melting for a little bit. I
yeah,
have
usually,
I have
man, if you're
this.
gonna be late to the show, at least have a good excuse to be like, oh, I got my hands stuck in a toaster, or I burnt all my
Nope.
food.
I am not
I
gonna
just like,
lie.
you're like, I'm just enjoying a good ass shower.
I am not gonna lie.
Fuck, I ain't about to say nothing. So, unfortunately, for everybody who's viewing this, you will notice that I do not have a camera on the actual stream. Well, that's because TikTok decided to spread my butt cheeks and then smack me right on the beehole, and won't let me use a camera on two different apps. So, this is the last one that you're gonna see my little icon there. It's fucking dumb. And I figured out, okay, so I did a little, you seen the little stream I did earlier, right?
I did, yeah.
And I got hit with the community guideline warning. And I was like, what the fuck is that for? Yeah, okay. And I figured it out. I figured out what the community guideline thing was for. It was because I hit my vape on stream.
Oh.
That's it, because I've had a toothpick that I've been fucking around with for the last 20 minutes, and I have yet to see that funny little message pop up. So it has to be because I've hit my vape while I've been live. So I'm just gonna have to like turn around or something, like a parent not trying to have their kids see him smoke for the first time. Like, oh, hold on. As I was saying,
That's stupid. That's just fucking dumb.
It's dumb because you're like, man, I'm grown. I am not under the legal. Like, I am not under the legal.
I am not a
age.
child.
I am not a child. Do these gray hairs look like a child? Does
Yeah,
this
'cause-
gruff voice sound like a child? No.
Because you don't have a cam on this stream either. So
Yeah, so you can't see it. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to VTN. I am one of the dynamic duo known as Gibby, and joined with me, as always, is the tall Spaniard himself, Dead Man. How we doing tonight, buddy? Oh, this motherfucker started
caffeinating and showered. Because let me tell you.
Showered. Fuck it.
Let me tell you. Like that's the best way you can be right now. That is so fucked. It's oh my god. Like I really do wish. Like I had. I don't know why the whole shower thing just timed out so horribly. You know what I mean? Like I was fine. I was fine. I got into the shower with more than enough time, and I was like, I'll be cool. I'll be there in time. And I came out mid shower when I heard your ping go off, and I was like, oh no, oh god.
That time. No, I know how you feel. Me and the girlfriend had a no kids weekend this last weekend, so we went out, got some food, and I mean we got full. Like we ate till both of us were like, I'm ready to fucking explode. And I was like, I'm not gonna hop in the shower. She's like, well, I'm gonna go take one. I went and sat in the bathroom with her, and then I'm sitting there. I'm like, nah, if I'm gonna end this night right, I want to be fat, clean, and ready to just relax.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Like it's just. But I'm glad you guys got a relaxing weekend. Honestly, everybody deserves it. You
Oh,
know?
it's very few and far between having four crotch goblins. So
Yeah,
like having a weekend where all of the kids are at their respective parents, super nice.
right, right.
Oh, Dead Man, are you ready? Are you ready to talk
I am
Gambit?
ready. I'm ready to talk about a lot of things, and Gambit is just going to be our jumping point. But last week I did defend my favorite superhero, and that is Gambit, Remy LeBois, in
What?
born in Louisiana, Creole South motherfucker, and also my favorite mutant, honestly, because of a lot of factors. Biggest one being that his power is based mostly in science, and I kind of dig that a lot more than I do, the idea that Scott Summers or Cyclops's eye beams come from a place called the Punch Dimension. So, no, thank you.
I
I'd rather
forgot how dorky Marvel writing is sometimes.
I'd rather just deal with good old fashioned, potential kinetic energy.
Well, okay. Yeah, I read up on the energy thing, and like I said, I started out. I wanted to. I wanted to
Okay,
figure
yeah.
out.
So before you start, I was going to say, take us through your entire journey from beginning to end, and where we're at right now, so that way we can get a good grasp of like where you started to where you are.
Okay, so where I started was on my drive Friday, dropping kids off to people. I listened to a couple YouTube videos. I listened to some well-known sources of people who don't beat around the bush with giving information about comic books or comic book characters. They are very cut and dry with it. They explain where the powers come, some of their very prominent story arcs, how their powers work, how they don't, some of their weaknesses, like a very general overview of these characters, so I can get like a baseline knowledge of what it is.
Right.
So that's where I started off at. And then I decided to dive a little deeper. I kept going down the Gambit rabbit hole with more and more videos, like what happens when Gambit did not get lobotomized, or him and Rogue getting married and how they got married, which I thought their wedding story was funny as hell.
It is.
Because two mutants were supposed to get married and they didn't do it, and then Gambit and Rogue were just like, you know what? I mean, it's already paid for.
We're here.
Like, we're here. It's already paid for. Why don't we go do it? Which I absolutely love that. And then I read the one shot where it showed his beginning life of him being married to Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
Debbie. It was Debbie. I'm saying that right, Debbie? Yeah, where he got married to Debbie, and then it progressed in the way. Okay, so there was a scene in the one shot of his just Gambit.
It's old, so you can actually like go through the whole thing, like how it made you feel, beginning to end.
Okay, so I texted you one of my issues here when him and Deborah were getting married, and his response was, "I'll fight to the death," and the brother was like, "Well, one of us is going to be in the ground, and just know it's not going to be me." You're like, okay, I'm here. But then his powers come. He throws a dagger, hits the other guy in the shoulder, it explodes, and they're like, well, we can't stand for this. He's dead. And you're like, that was the whole point of the fucking duel.
Yeah.
That's why he came and wanted to have the thing, because the marriage between the assassins and the thieves was an abomination in his eyes. So why are we upset that somebody died? Why is that the start of him getting exiled out of the whole entire state? Like, it's not just Nolans, it's the entire fucking state in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't understand why we wanted to do that. And then I think, well, okay, maybe they were just looking for an out to get him away.
Yeah, get him out. Yeah. You
And then,
gotta start the beginning somewhere.
Yeah, right. So we continue on where he just does random odd jobs and then finds Mr. X is. No, that's not the guy's name. The doctor who performed the lobotomy.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember the guy's
either.
Yeah,
honestly, it's such a stupid fucking name.
It's one of those. It's one of those Marvel needed a name for an evil villain, and they just could not think of one that actually made sense. So they just decided to use this. But the fact that he used Gambit to go find other Marauders to make a little assassin team, as one would say. I loved it. Did did not like the scene where they committed a whole genocide on the underground mutants, or Morlocks.
Morlocks, yeah.
Morlock. Yeah, the Morlocks. I was not a gigantic fan of that, because like you just see it, and the thing is they don't hide. They don't exactly hide that it's a very nice scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They don't hide that it's
Genocide.
It's easy. Yeah, they don't hide that it's this thing that nobody talks about. No, they show it. They show the whole thing. And what kills me next is when he's trying to run away, because he's like, I'm not going to be a part of this. He's like, I'm not going to be a part of this whatsoever. So he's going away. He's running away, and seeing the woman be like, take my daughter. He's like, I don't know what to do here. And he's like, no, take my daughter. You have a kind face. I know you're a superhero. And you're just like, he's not a terrible person, but man,
he ain't good either.
He ain't good either. He just led all these people to slaughter your friends, family, and acquaintances, and just that broke my heart seeing that.
Now let's use that as a jumping point real quick. Now, you do want to get into anti-heroes later on in the show, and this is one of those beginnings where this is the perfect making of an anti-hero, especially when it comes to Gambit. Hi, Wanda. Welcome to the show. With an anti-hero such as, especially like the beginnings of Gambit, do you think that this is a little bit too extreme for an anti-hero beginning, or do you think this is kind of like where some of them should start, like this kind of moral conflict?
I think this is a good jumping point, because unfortunately this is one of those you're seeing the beginning actions of it, where you are seeing a whole community of mutants that are the same as you. They are the same as you. The only difference is their appearance has morphed, where yours has stayed as that of a human, where you could pass off on top side and not have anything happen to you. You know, so you have to look at the beginning of that, but then seeing them get wiped off the face of the earth for having the same thing as you, but the only difference is the way you look. And the fact that somebody said, take my kid because you look kind. That's where the moral conflict sits, where you're like, I could do this, but I also started this. So in somebody's eyes, this was a good thing to do, i.e. the doctors. This was a great idea to wipe out the Morlocks. But in a normal person's eyes, this is a fucking terrible thing to do. This is a awful thing to do. So you sit on the thin moral compass line to try and figure out which side do you want to part with, the part that thinks that killing off an entire race is good, or the part that thinks, hey, this is kind of fucked up. No matter what they are, we're the same. So this could happen to me if somebody got a hair up their ass and wanted to do the same thing to us.
Oh yeah.
I think it is a very good introduction to the whole anti-hero thing, but there also has to be other
factors.
There has to be other factors included in this. Like, it's a good jumping off point. Don't get me wrong. It is a wonderful jumping off point. But to continue on from it, I think that there has to be a lot more stuff that happens.
Agreed. I agree. This is a jumping point, not the set story. You know what I mean? So continue on.
So then I get to a part where this is where the initial argument with me and Deadman started. So after I read the first Gambit, I tried reading a couple other stories, and it just by himself, in my opinion, Gambit is not that entertaining. Like, I guess I've already seen the 007s where it's the same smooth talking. I've seen a lot of other characters that do the smooth talking, maneuver their way nice and cool through crowds. Like, it read to me like a Southern James Bond, or like a Cajun James Bond.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it read to me. So I'm not saying he's bad. I will retract my statement of what I said last week or a couple weeks ago. I can't remember which one I said that Gambit was a boring superhero. I don't think he is anymore. I think he deserves his spot for, and I quote from one of the videos I watched, he had the power to be relevant past the 90s.
Oh yeah.
So I got to give credit there. His power is awesome. And then the little argument that me and Deadman had was him going to the doctor to get lobotomized. I think that is the dumbest thing to do. And this is where it started, because I said that is the same thing as Christianity. Him getting lobotomized to nerf his powers is the same thing as Christianity. And I don't think it translated well into text as well as it could over voice.
Yeah, there was some nuance lost.
There was a lot of nuance lost. I apologize for that. So what I meant by that is that I know we don't dive into religion very much, so this is kind of just a whole ballpark here. But this was my thought process, and unfortunately, for talking about this, we must touch on it. With the way that Gambit nerfed himself, he knew that his powers would be that he could not control, because they were getting out of hand even when he went to go see the doctor to get his initial lobotomy. And what I thought was, it amazes me that somebody with that kind of power could not think, all right, well, I have this, so I'm going to nerf myself because I don't want to harm anybody. Mm-hmm. Now, when I say that's the same thing as Christianity, that is the same thing as somebody said, I would be an X type of person. I would be an adulterer. I would be a murderer. I would be all of this if it wasn't for the fear of going to hell, which those two are combined, because Gambit is basically saying, I don't want my powers to be at full force because I am afraid that I will hurt somebody. And then Deadman brought up, he got the nerf because he didn't want the responsibility of having all those powers, which that makes more sense. But
you're breaking up.
Am I breaking up bad? How bad?
Pretty goddamn bad. Sound like a robot right now.
Ooh. Okay. Ew. Gross.
Oh, I think we're back. We're back.
We're back. We're good.
We're back. Yeah.
Testing. Awesome. Okay. So, see, that's what happened. You start making points here. But what frustrates me is you don't really think about this until you get to the arc of the, what's his name? The Red Sun, or it's an alternate universe. It's an alternate universe where Gambit didn't get lobotomized. He kept going from his powers. What the fuck is the name?
Oh yeah.
So, anyways,
I know what you're talking about. I'll get
you look up the name real quick while I keep going on this, because we're on a fucking train here. So what annoys me is that until you meet the character that is Gambit without the nerf and without the lobotomy, that's Dr. Manhattan. That's all that is. That is just Dr. Manhattan in the Marvel Universe. So to think that the only thing that stops him from being an all-powerful being is a lobotomy, and not that he has a moral compass inside of him to be like, okay, I'm going to use these powers because I want to help people. Now, that would be my first thought process if I woke up tomorrow and I was able to just snap fire into existence. My first thing would have been like, oh, I can do this. Mine is, there will always be somebody stronger than me out there. I cannot be the only person that has this. I cannot be the only person that has these powers ingrained in them. There will always be somebody stronger than me, so I cannot nerf myself, because nerfing myself will hinder me from saving people.
Gambit new son, by the way.
Thank you.
And I finally found a way to put it into context for you.
Okay.
The responsibility and all that stuff about because when I said he nerfed himself to not become a god, and that's with his powers, it wouldn't be just like an omnipotent god. He would have to control the flow of matter itself, and that's where his powers were leading this whole thing. And you were like, well, why would he nerf himself? Why would he nerf himself? And I said, and I kept thinking about it, and I was like, what is the best way to put it to you so that you'll understand? And I finally thought of it. Gambit is a regular idiot, like you, like me, right?
Right. Okay.
How many children would you feel comfortable being put in charge of until you got to a point where you're like, I can no longer safely care for these self-destructive idiots? That one's over there trying to drink bleach. How many children what is the number of children you would feel safe in charge of while trying to keep them alive actively?
Absolutely zero. None.
Exactly.
None.
Exactly. So
Okay.
imagine having to be responsible for an entire reality of people trying to drink bleach like they're 3 and found it under the cupboard. That's Gambit's point of view. He was going to have to become responsible. He's going to have to become the god of the flow of matter.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just I guess
cannot-
after watching so many different things that involve strong villains,
Yeah.
it puts it in my brain of like, why would you want to stop yourself from being able to fight those things without breaking a sweat? Especially after, because with season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen coming up in January, I wanted to catch up on the anime, and right now I am through the Shibuya incident. And it reminds me of what Yuji's grandpa said in the beginning. You are not going to be able to save everyone, so just save the people around you.
Yeah.
And like I think that needs to be implemented more into stories, especially if you can control matter like that. Because those playing cards, which again, I'm gonna pull a Marvel move and I'm gonna retcon what I said and just make the new thing of what I say canon. The playing cards now make sense. Now that I know
Please explain.
Okay, so I said in the beginning that, and there was a guy that I used to work with, and I used to rip on him all the time for liking Gambit, and he would defend this with his whole chest. So, like, now I got to kind of eat my words on this. But, so like you said, his whole power is controlling matter, being able to, like, store kinetic energy, putting it into something, and then making it go kaboom. So, the playing cards now make sense because they are easy to throw. They're easy to throw. They're easy to kind of like send it in a direction. And I mean, they can't have sharp edges. So like if you put enough kinetic energy into a card, you throw it, it sticks, blam, you can make it explode. So I think, yes, it is. His power is a lot cooler when you actually understand what it does, what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is a hell of a lot cooler. So again, I retcon what I say. I take it back. And what I said just now was canon. Don't go back and look through any other episodes where I said anything different. And if
like
you do, I will sue you for defamation.
and like I said, you know, now that you've seen more of Gambit's like ability and like his power and how it works on a large scale, tell me a playing card isn't one of the safest things you can use.
Yeah. Playing
Like,
cards are
even
definitely
a pool ball. Like I know that got shown in the one shot. The fucking pool ball was enough to take out a car.
Uh-huh. That's why I said playing cards definitely make the most sense, and they're the easiest. Easiest to just throw instead of a pool bar where you got to kind of shot put it. But you know, a card you can just flick, whole stack of cards gone.
Yeah, and he can when he fans them out, like that shit's so cool, dude.
So I would, you know what? I would love. I used to laugh at Channing Tatum whenever he'd be like, "Oh, I want to see a Gambit movie," and I was like, you're a fucking nerd, dude." But now that I read it, I'm like, "Fuck, I actually do kind of want to see a Gambit movie." Especially if they did, if they based it off of the one shot he did, like just an entire movie based off that one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now the real question is what they showed the genocide.
I mean, they kind of have to. It's kind of why he runs.
Yeah, you kind of have to show it. Like you can't sneak away from that, my friend. You cannot sneak away from it.
No. And okay, so here it is. Channing Tatum, if you're listening, and I know you're not, there it is. Officially, Gibby apologizes for calling you a nerd. However, I was always on your side, bud.
Well, I'll still call Channing Tatum a nerd. I'm just not. I'm just disagreeing with what I said about the Gambit movie.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, you can't have the whole internet make you a meme by saying my name's Jeff, and like still walk away from not being a nerd.
Yeah, granted. All right, yeah.
Dude, okay, are we good with the Gambit talk? Because like I retconned what I said, and there's been about 85 different things that have happened this week where I've just, if I do not talk about it on this show, I'm going to lose my ever loving mind.
We'll come back to the Gambit talk. What's next? What's next on your mind?
Oh, Fujimoto, the creator of Chainsaw Man, is currently getting dragged through the mud.
Why? What happened now?
Well, some people looked at the design of Raze from the recent movie, The Raze Arc, the new Chainsaw Man movie that came out. And it seems that the design for Raze was based off of a porn star in a BDSM film. So people are now coming after it. You're looking this up, but I've seen people just dog on it. And you can tell who the new people are, and you can tell who the tourists or like who the diehards are. Because the new people are coming in like, oh, I can't believe he based it off that. How can he base his entire? How can he base such a nice person off of a BDSM porn star? And you're like, I'm sorry, he what? You're that's what shocks you about the whole thing? Did you not get the whole point of the first, like Denji's first like goal in this manga? Because Denji's first goal in this manga wasn't to have a family. It wasn't to have friends. It wasn't to be loved. It wasn't some grandiose thing where he walks out the hero that everybody loves and pats him on the back and smacks him on the ass and tell him he's did a great job. No, Denji's first goal in the entire series was to touch a pair of tits.
Yeah.
And we're surprised that Raze is based off of a porn star in a BDSM film. Are we serious?
I'm failing to see the issue here.
It's you have a bunch of people that say, oh, Gooner, or oh, Fujimoto's a Gooner, and you're like,
you're watching Chainsaw Man. You're automatically a Gooner, and it doesn't matter if you do.
You're watching Chainsaw Man. Yeah, have you looked at any of his other works? Have you paid attention to any of his other works here?
No. Let's keep it within Chainsaw Man. How about this? Did you not see the interaction between Denji and his superior when she's kind of drunk?
Yeah. Hey, oh.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. I can't get that scene out of my head.
How about Denji's interaction with Power in the bathroom?
Yeah. And I'm just telling you, if you're upset now, like if you're an anime nerd that doesn't read manga because I don't have the time to read the manga. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell y'all, you're going to be very upset when part 2 comes along. And then y'all are going to be super pissed when part 3 comes along. If a character being based off of a real life person is what sends you over the edge on reading a story, because when part 2 and part 3 come along, you are going to be so booty bothered. I am ready for it. And I can't speak about it because Deadman here wants to actually enjoy Chainsaw Man without spoilers. So I can't talk about the second part of Chainsaw Man at all. And I know a lot of.
Okay, so what? Hold on. Let's take it a step outside of Chainsaw Man, just adjacent. All right, what was the fucking? Hold on.
The
character in fucking Soul Calibur, Voldo, I'm trying to remember their name, who is literally a BDSM character.
Well, I think it dives more into we're getting a lot more tourists. We're getting a lot more tourists in our in these scenes. We're getting a lot more tourists in the manga scene and the anime scene. I mean, for a hot second, I was a tourist in this sector. You know, I was a tourist. I didn't know the top animes to watch or the top mangas to read. But once I became more and more entwined, once I became more and more entwined with the culture, I knew what was normal and I knew what was kind of a red flag. So the fact that there are so many people coming in and saying, well, I don't like this, it needs to change, those tourists are starting to become louder and louder. And I don't think people are liking it. So we're now getting this in clash of everything. And it's going to happen more because we've already seen that. And I really think that Goku can solo a universe. I think that's what started the whole infighting within the anime manga community was, well, Goku could solo this universe. He could solo this universe. Like, shut the fuck up.
Well, here I'm gonna be a little controversial here, and it may be the first time I say it on this show, but I'll say it. Dragon Ball Z fans are the most casual anime motherfuckers ever. And
So
I'm
are
gonna say
Naruto
that-
fans.
No. Because at least Naruto, they have lore. They know the lore. They know the characters. They know that there's at least backstory for the characters.
Are we saying Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball?
No, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, so just Dragon Ball Z fans. Like they came into it on Z and up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the original Dragon Ball did have a funny, actually heartwarming story, and it was a little perverse at times. But that was the time. That was what was going on at
It
the
had its
time.
moments.
But yeah, Dragon Ball Z super mega fans, these motherfuckers that Goku can solo this person, Goku can defeat this person. Always, no. You are the most casual fans of anime possible. And let me tell you, you motherfuckers have spread more and more and more because now we're hearing this shit for characters that could never ever fucking set foot in another anime's universe and survive for a minute. But now we're having these matchups and everything, and Death Battle by Screw Attack. Yeah, it was Death Battle by Screw Attack does a great job, but every now and again they do have a lot of bias in their work, and it shows that they don't want a character to win, so they'll rake the coals to find the one cinder that sets the whole thing ablaze. But
I did
no.
that. I'd piss people off too. I do it just for shits and giggles, so I can't blame them.
Hold on a sec. Wanted to say is DBZ fans are almost always the most basic kind of people. I think because they watched an anime 10 years ago, they're diehard. Yeah, no shit though. And
you want to know what the funny part is? Is Dragon Ball Z fans are a hell of a lot more cringy than what One Piece fans are. And One Piece fans coming from a One Piece fan are fucking insufferable.
yeah.
Like this is coming from somebody that is all the way caught up on the manga, is gonna get a tattoo of one of the pirate flags on me. You guys are fucking insufferable, and I hope you know this.
Yeah.
And when this manga ends, I really hope you guys stick this diehard to being a fan.
They're not.
No, they're not.
It's
No.
not. It's not.
No
It's
pun
the whole
intended,
thing.
but they're gonna jump ship once it ends.
Oh yeah. But going back to it, this whole fucking idea, right? And especially comes with these more and more casual people coming into this space, these more and more the tourists, as you like to say, these we're only here for them.
Tourists.
We're only here for the Mickey Mouse, you know what I mean? Kind of Disney fan. Need to sit down and shut the fuck up. And I'm
They
being
can't,
serious,
though.
and I'm being very serious about this because these are the assholes that have the controversial takes, that get all the clicks, that get all the views, that get the loudest voices behind them, with these incel motherfuckers like Sturgis going, you see, he understands that Goku can solo the entire universe of One Punch Man. I hate
Never
I hate
compare.
everything you stand for.
Never compare one of your never compare a gag anime to anything actual.
Anything.
Okay.
Anything.
Because
No, anything.
you are that's like saying Rob Jean-Claude
can't.
Van Damme could fight Mickey Mouse and come out winning. Like, what is your fucking thought process? You're having a cartoon face off against a real person. A real person is going to be winded after a 2-hour fight. Mickey Mouse, all he needs to do is let's go and fucking fight again. Like, what is your thought process on that, my boy?
Yeah, no, it's just don't versus gag characters, and Death Battle kind of found this out themselves when they pitched. I forgot what it was against One Punch against him against the man himself, Saitama, and everybody was in the comments going, "You don't do that. You don't do that. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't matter."
There needs to be some. There needs to be some.
Accountability.
There needs to be either be accountability or there needs to be an actual stake on the line. I'm sorry, not even in the actual manga or the anime have we seen One Punch Man even take an actual lick.
We
So
have. It just doesn't do anything because he's a gag character.
Yeah, that's like having Bobobo fight something.
Yeah.
He's a joke character, or Don Patch. They're joke characters. You're not going to get much.
You got to see the whole name, or I'm not going to pay attention to what you say about it.
You are going to make me. Okay, that's. No, motherfucker. That's like having Bobobo go into a fight.
Thank you.
I hate you so much. And expecting him to get his ass whooped. Like, yeah, we've seen him get his ass whooped, but it's not the same. Like, it's
because
not,
he wanted it to happen, or it was part of the gag.
It was part of the joke. I hate you so much for making me say that.
Wanda says, "I never engage with men who only ever watched DBZ. She's embarrassed for them. She has a Naruto and a Kurama tattoo, so she knows the urge." Yeah.
I knew a guy back in high school. He texted me. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm going to get my first tattoo." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. What's it going to be?" He's like, "I'll show you." He comes to my house. I open my door, and the first thing he does is lifts up his shirt, and he has the curse seal right on his belly button, like Naruto did. And I was like, "Wow, you are super cool, aren't you, buddy?" He's like, "Hey, I could have gotten worse." I'm like, "Yeah, but the curse seal from Naruto, that's what you went with? You got a whole catalog of anime, but that was what we went with." Come to find out, he would later get the entire 151 Pokemon tattooed on his arm. So I'm like, all right, well, we're going down this path.
And Mustard has a bunch of Pokemon. He has a Pokemon sleeve, or half sleeve,
I believe
rather.
that. Talking to your brother, I believe that.
Wanda says the theme song for Bobo hits hard. Yes, it does.
Oh, Wild Challenger. The day that goes on Spotify, I will be 90% of that play of those plays. You know how they have the Spotify Wrapped where it's like, you're percent of this. I will be 99.9% of those plays because that theme song goes hard. That and the Kinnikuman theme song.
I think one of the weirdest theme songs that is like so good but also so fucking disappointing has to be Full Metal Alchemist. Like, it starts off so fucking metal, dude. Like, I got a chugging guitar, then you got this guy's voice, like, and it's nice and deep, but then it just bursts into Japan, like Nippon.
It's disappointing. That's like at the end of the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Like, you could have the most heartbreaking scene happen. Like, somebody just got a whole hand through their chest and their heart's pumping out the back of them. And then it's just like, dun 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 dun, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
It's like being in the bar.
It's like you got your ass whooped and the next thing you hear. It's like you got fucked up at the bar, and the next thing you hear is "I'm walking on sunshine."
Right? Unplug it. Unfucking plug it. I'm not happy.
This also. So, like I said, Jujutsu Kaisen, been catching up on it, and with season 3 right around the corner, like it's coming out in January. I read what was supposed to be in it, and if we don't see anything culling game wise in this new season, I'm gonna shit a brick. I'm gonna shit a brick, and I'm gonna throw it through somebody's front window because I have been waiting for this. I am sick of
Demon Slayer's first opening. Getting Gay lives on my daily Spotify plays. Yeah.
When they did the Swordsman Town arc, the theme song for that, I played that on repeat a lot. Just that, I love that instrument, and hearing it just clicks something in my brain. Like, it just tickles something.
Getting back to a couple of things. One, we can't believe that this character is based off a BDSM porn star. Don't ever watch any
A lot of
more.
stuff.
Don't ever
A lot
watch
of
any more Japanese media ever.
No. If that's what tips you off, don't watch
Yeah.
anything from other countries, please.
Don't.
Like anything
No.
animated or anything drawn, don't watch it, because if that's your tipping point to where you're like, this is outrageous.
Oh my god.
Fujimoto is a fucking psycho. Okay?
Yeah.
Fujimoto is a weird son of a bitch. He is weird. All right. So to really pull that is to being the one thing that you pull away from an entire collection
No,
of things.
so many of these motherfuckers are weird. The guy that started Studio Ghibli is weird. Hello, have you ever read where No Face comes from?
No,
Go
I
ahead.
haven't.
Go ahead and see what inspired No Face. You're not going to
What?
be okay.
Here's a hero.
I think it's a nice change to have an adult star as opposed to the lowly material that's everywhere. And the lowly thing I can understand as Americans why we hate it so much. We can't fucking tell these people what they can and can't draw or be attracted to. I understand morally it's wrong and morally it's weird, and as Americans we don't like it. I don't like it either, but we can't tell them to change their art for our sake.
Whatever I want ain't gonna change shit.
Yeah,
But
but
that's as simple as it is. I can say what I want, but I'm just
we can yell into the void all we want. Doesn't mean it's going
I'm
to
just
change
a
anything.
fuckhole on the internet, man.
Yeah, and again,
My
I'm
opinion
not,
will be
and again, I'm not defending lowlies or like the way that they're portrayed in Japanese media. I just understand that we as Americans can't impose our own more realistic standards on another country's media.
Okay, so
Our entire fucking movie industry would not exist if that were the case as Americans.
ooh, and you're not wrong. Not wrong at all. So to kind of just skirt away from that, because that is just
That
a
is
weird
a touchy
conversation
subject, yeah.
being a part of. Yeah, I hate being a part of
I
that
hate it.
conversation.
Yeah, trust me.
So what I got from just basic Google search
Yes, you can. Wonder.
is he represents themes of loneliness, the desire for connection, and the corrupting influence of greed, becoming monstrous when influenced by the avarice he encounters, but docile once he finds a nurturing environment with Zeniba. So it just stems from being lonely and getting money. Like that's the whole point of it. Oh, yeah, it's kind of fucked.
Yeah, but then you analyze his behavior and you realize why those two themes are so closely tied together and how fucked it really is.
Yeah, because there's always that joke that him and Junji Ito always get compared
Mm-hmm.
because they're like, he makes all this bright, sunshiny stuff, but he's kind of a fucked up person.
Very.
And then you have Junji Ito who draws some of the most horrific beings known to man, and
Yeah.
he is just the most wholesome son of a bitch to ever.
He is.
You see him walking around, and like I seen a picture of him at a con where he had those bunny ear hat on, where you pull
Yeah,
it. Yeah, and it's like that is scary.
No, he has the bunny ears ones where you squeeze it and it goes up and down, and then he has the cat ears. He has those headphones that he uses on business calls. I don't know if you knew that.
Didn't know that one.
Yeah, the light up cat girl headphones, like fucking what's his name's from Rev, like the cat girl ones that should light up. Yeah, Junji Ito has those, and he uses them on business calls.
I love that. I am.
And
all for that.
when
He's
they're like
great.
looking at him weird, he's like, "What? They're the best quality, so eat me." Even though like every
Best
time they
quality,
leave, he
best
like
quality.
kind of gives a wink and a nod towards the people that are there, but everybody knows this guy is so fucking nice and he's so wonderful. But you go to the guy that founded Studio Ghibli, and he's a morose motherfucker, dude. Like he's out there smoking cigarettes, calling the cat lazy, and saying that anime was a mistake. He was like, we should have pulled the plug on that bitch back in the 90s. I don't know if you know that, but he does not like anime. He doesn't like anime fans. So like, yeah, it's weird. It is weird.
I mean, I like old school anime fans, probably not as much, but like these new wave motherfuckers, yeah, I could understand why he doesn't like them. I get reminded every single day. Like, and people are like, oh, anime is mainstream. Yeah, it's mainstream, but it's getting back to where you're just like, I don't want to say I watch this.
No. Here's the
It's not
thing.
gonna get
It's
weird.
not mainstream. It's not mainstream.
Uh,
People are. Hey, Brandon. Hi. Welcome to the show. Brandon says hi, Gibby.
Hello, Brandon. It's nice
Uh,
to see you.
Anime is not mainstream. I don't give a fuck how many people watch it or try to press it onto others or trying to make or force it into the mainstream. It's not mainstream. Do you want to know how I know it's not mainstream?
Yes.
Because we don't have an American anime channel. We have Crunchyroll. We have, Hulu and sometimes Netflix trying to pick up pieces and doing their best to feed in that just a little bit of weeb, but not too much weeb, because then their algorithms will change and they don't get recommended Stranger Things for the 15th fucking time.
Hey, we're catching up on Stranger Things right now, buddy. Let's slower roll
So no,
here.
anime is not mainstream, and
It's mainstream. If you have okay, the different. So let me put it to this way. This is where I can argue that it is mainstream.
okay.
Because before it was mainstream, you had to find these. Okay, you had to go to either a weird store that some kid from school was like, "Hey man, let's go check this out," and you're like, "I don't trust it. I see it's
Major
between a
players.
sex shop and a tobacco store. It's between these two, and you're telling me I got to go to the one in the middle. I am not cool with that." Or you had to get it from your older brother, which funny, I am the oldest, so I was the one that found. Yeah, it's funny because I was the one that found this. So it went from doing that and internet rips to now you can go on any streaming platform that you have, or they have a dedicated streaming platform like Crunchyroll or like HoloLive that have these that are so accessible. The only difference is, okay, see what I mean? You have two of them that are anime specific. All right, so if it's that easily accessible, it is technically mainstream, because if it wasn't, we would still be going into seedy back alleys to get the seasons.
Okay, but we still are. We still are.
No, we're
anything
not. No,
that
we're
any
not.
anything that's not the major, we have to go to the weirdest sites possible.
Okay, but that's in the same vein as any normal ass movie. Like I can't go on Netflix or Hulu and look up the Siberian film and find it.
I can't go on. It's been banned by.
That's my point. But it's people still know it. Like that's
yeah,
still
but you
part
can't.
of the movie.
That is not a good comparison.
That is a good comparison, because it is because you are still talking in the movie industry. Like gore movies like that are still part of the movie industry. People know it by name. If you talk to them, you're like, "Hey, do you know about gore flicks?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's like horror." Even though it's not exactly what it is, it's still attributed to it. So you could tell somebody like, "Oh, did you watch Redo of Healer? It's fucked up." You got to go to places to find it, but it's still in the category of anime. So they still know that it's fucked up and it's not as easily accessible, but it's still known about. That's where I'm coming from. And the fact that you can not only, I even had to take my toothpick out for this because I'm afraid I'm going to swallow it. Not only anime, okay, but manga is becoming easily accessible, not just finding it at like.
So right there, that phrase I'll absolutely agree with. It's more easily accessible. Is it becoming mainstream? Still no.
I cannot. I can't sit and let you say that it's not mainstream. I cannot.
Okay, hold on. Wanda says, so what if it is? A bigger selection will be made available. Always a good thing. When more people watch more things, she agrees with you. She says, thank your favorite millennial for the right to go online and see hundreds of available titles. Yeah.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Internet Archive, thank you for being able to, before I knew about some of these other anime websites, thank you, Internet Archive, for making it easily accessible for me to watch Kineku Man from the fucking 80s. Thank you.
And she said to learn how to spit, Gibby.
No.
Not a quitter. Anyways, going back to it.
Nope. Mama raised an asshole, not a bitch. There's a difference.
So you're still saying...
So what I was getting at is like it's easily accessible, and the amount of times that it's been used in different mediums. You know how many anime Fortnite collabs we've seen in the last 3 years. We've got Dragon Ball Z, we've gotten Jujutsu Kaisen, we've gotten Attack on Titan. Those may be like high, widely known animes, but they are still in the category of mainstream because they have been picked up due to their popularity. And because of that, more people are starting to dive into this world, unlike others. Because you're going to, from Wanda, because you're going to choke on your toothpick. Yes, I was. Yes, I was going to say something, and it was just going to fly and hit me in the back of the throat. That's what
Are they
I'm saying.
Are they running for an Oscar now? That's really cool. Now,
yeah, the Chainsaw Man movie is it might be in running for an Oscar. So
Neat.
hold on. Hold on a second, because I want to sit high and mighty and pretty on my Chainsaw Man movie run, because I've argued with your brother over this a lot. Hey, Mustard, if you're watching this, or if you're going to watch the replay, I want you to look into my eyes right now. I'm going to
there's no cam.
I can't, but I just want him to know that I'm looking into his soul right now. I want him to envision it because I want it to be that much sweeter. Hey, Mustard, let's look at it this way. Demon Slayer Part 1 was highest grossing in America, but is it going for an Oscar? Did it make buku fucking bucks in Japan? Did it break records in Japan and America? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Where are you yelling at Mustard?
I don't know. I'm like, I know you can't see my camera. Like, people on TikTok are probably freaked the fuck out because I have my camera on this, so I'm just staring directly into the camera.
Just down the barrel, huh?
Yeah, just down the barrel looking at it. But yeah, that's where. Well, it's TikTok is dumb the way that it makes me need to do 3 25-minute streams just so I can use a virtual camera. Oh, that's Mustard calling you, being like, you need to fire him right now. This is the last episode that Gibby's going to be on.
He's not on the show, so he doesn't have that kind of pull. Highest grossing movie of Japan of all time. Wow. That's major.
Yep. Now, don't get me wrong. I do like Demon Slayer. I think it's good. I just think, unfortunately, it's falling to the curse that Attack on Titan did, where it's starting to get into the part 3s, part 4s, part 2s, final thing, part 1. I think it's starting to fall into that curse so it can stay relevant, because the manga's been dead for a while. The manga's been finished for a minute.
Yeah, so, that's what I've heard. I mean,
yeah.
So like, I'll say that Attack on Titan, and I'll quote Mustard on this because it's something I agree with. Attack on Titan is anime for people who don't watch anime. You're never going to hear somebody whose favorite anime is Attack on Titan talk about Trigun, or the Trigun reboot, and how terrible that is, and how now there's going to be a second season, even though nobody asked for a second season.
Nobody asked for a second season.
Nobody asked for a second season. Everybody that actually watches and read Trigun and saw this new fucking version of it was like,
yeah, they're like, oh, great, we're getting this. Why? Because you people asked for it. You asked for more Trigun.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
We asked for more Trigun. That Trigun, not this Trigun.
Yeah, we asked for Trigun, that one, not Trigun, this one.
We asked for that, not this. Yeah. I still stand by my statement. The anime I would like to see get. Okay, I'm gonna need you to follow me on here. The anime I would like to see get a reface. I would like to see the original Baki get the redo. No, I'd like to see the original Baki get the same love that Kinnikuman Chase the Crown arc got. Or no, Fight for the Throne. The newest series that Kinnikuman got, I would like to see the original Baki get that. Not like Baki the Grappler. I'd like to see it get that kind of facelift.
Oh my god. Baki though.
I am so not excited for Bakido. I don't know why. Because we're just going to watch a whole season of them shitting on sumo wrestlers.
Pretty much. I don't know. I watched Baki the same way I watched Ricky O. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's the same thing. You know, I don't know. It didn't quite do it for me. But
you gotta like fighting. You gotta like big men just beating the shit out of each other.
That is one of the most
bare bones answer to what Baki is ever.
I can't even. I can't, that is one of the most homoerotic ways to describe those animes.
But is that not spot on what those
Uh,
are about? It's just
you're
big
not.
men.
You're not wrong. Big naked men with throbbing veins everywhere, doing stuff
The
to
ana-
each other.
The anatomy of those shows make no sense. The muscles have muscles,
Yeah.
and then 85 more muscles. And then my favorite part, I'm gonna glaze Baki here for a second because it's one of my favorites. I do like it. The story is it's funny to me. It's funny. The fact that the big black dude, when they were in prison, had his wife, and she was this like big old 900-pound woman, and the way that Baki got him to fight was pretending to sleep with his wife. He's like, I will kick your ass. He's like, finally, I've been trying to do this since I got here.
Right. For the love of fuck, this is what it took.
And this was the bait that caught him. Awesome. Great, I guess.
Wanda says with better animation, she'd give it a shot. And Brandon says they want to see an anime about my life. There'd be a lot of drinking.
There'd be a lot of drinking and yelling into the ether.
Yeah, bar fights. A lot of bar
Yelling
fights.
Old man gets angry and yells at clouds.
Oh man.
They canceled my favorite anime, you bastards.
Well, it's just like with Rise of the Shield Hero, right? Like right now we're on the third or fourth season, and this season it was better than the last season, but for the love of fuck, just get back to form. We get it. We know. We understand. Just stop being weird.
I think I think more of a creator's work that I would like to see turned into anime to see exactly how that turns out is the guy who made Gantz. I would like to see more of his work be turned. You can me all you want, but if we really want to test the waters, let's test those waters right.
That one's hard.
Not for me.
That one's hard because
AI am in 6 feet underground, my boy.
Lots of pew-pews and exaggerated dating stories. Well, I mean, yeah. And drunken nights and bar fights, yeah.
Drunken nights and bar fights. Hell yeah, bro.
That's right. It sounds like a country song. Drunken nights and bar fights, exaggerated dating.
Hell yeah.
Lots of guns and whiskey.
And then this is like the end of the documentary. We're like, and now he does a show on the internet talking about nerdy shit.
Yeah.
But come to find out, one day someone will change his life. Credits roll. Boom. That's how you end it.
Yeah, and then you hear me just yelling in the background like one of our stories from fucking Dark Charm. What the fuck are you talking about?
Who
I got a gun and no remorse. What is happening?
Who let Gibby write the ending? Fuck off. That's why you never let me write stories, folks, because I will fuck around with it.
Oh my god. So to wrap all this up, tying Gambit.
Oh no, we still got 15 more minutes. You decided to show up 15 minutes late, so we're gonna run this for 15 more minutes.
You're right. I looked at the clock and I was like, wait, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So
that's what happens when you run a show late, folks. You get to now pull in overtime for said show.
I will not concede that anime is mainstream. I'll say it's more readily available. I'm saying I won't even admit that it is becoming mainstream, but I will not admit that it's there yet.
So well, let's put it this way. So what in your eyes would make it be mainstream? What would put it in that category?
Honestly, that one is hard to quantify, and I'd have to spend some time thinking about it, because back in the day, and I hate to say that like as an old fucker, but back in the day when something became mainstream, you would see it on channels. You would see it discussed in certain ways, such as Cowboy Bebop being on Adult Swim, such as Trigun being on Adult Swim, Naruto, things like
Yu
that.
Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. That those.
Akira. Sorry.
Akira. Yeah. These things being talked about in the zeitgeist of filmmaking and TV and stuff like that. There there was a notable measure. You know what I mean? A notable footnote that you could just look at and be like, yeah, that's where these things it became mainstream. That's where that's where these titles became uh, uh, centerpieces or cornerstones to what is now becoming more and more mainstream because Vampire Hunter D, you know what I mean, Eight Man, Demon Hunter, Demon City Shinjuku, all these weird animes from way back in the day, Twilight of the Drunken Master, or
Mad Bull
Battle,
45.
yeah,
That was a
fucking
weird one. If you get free
Battle.
time, I'm going to say this for any fans that know how to look up anime online. If you get a chance, look up Mad Bull 45. It is funny as hell. Go watch it. Find a way to watch it. Don't care how you do it. Just go watch it. It's funny as shit. Anyways, continue on.
Battle Angel Alita.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, exactly. But it got a major movie, and it might get another major movie. Fucking Steven Spielberg was involved in that one.
Really? Steven Spielberg was involved in
yeah,
something
dude.
like
That's what I'm telling you. Like it is entering the mainstream. It
that?
really
What about
is.
what is it? Evangelion.
Evangelion is talked about a lot by people like us, like you and I and Danny, who
Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell got
and
one
Ghost
with
in the Shell
what's her
too.
name?
Don't remind
What's
me.
her?
Don't.
No, what was the main actress's name? Because it's a big name. It wasn't something small.
Yeah, she played Black
Kill
Widow.
Bill. No, she was in Kill Bill.
No, she played Black Widow.
No, she was the one who did Kill
Scarlett
Bill.
Johansson, dude.
You okay? All right. I'm gonna stand on this because I remember that her face haunts me. The lady from Kill Bill, her face haunts the hell out of me.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson, Ghost in the Shell, 2017.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right. Well, eat my words on that one. I thought it was the lady. Yeah, I thought it was the lady from Kill Bill. Nope. Never mind.
No,
Okay. Well,
literally almost the rest of the cast, almost the entire rest of the cast is Japanese, but Scarlett Johansson.
oh, but
played-
they kept that one.
Yeah, she played Major Kusanagi.
Oh, but they kept that one normal. Okay.
It is
All right.
fucked. That movie was fucked. It was terrible. It was fucked. Nobody liked it. I didn't like it. And Ghost in the Shell is my favorite fucking anime of all time.
Well, they do that. They do that a lot. Unfortunately, when it comes to live action, it is very hard to. It's very hard to keep.
No, because
live
here's
action
here's the
reality.
thing. Like, here's the thing. They actually captured several of the shots that are iconic from the anime. Several of the pieces of story are iconic from the anime, and they did put it in the movie. But it's fucking Scarlett Johansson.
it's fucking Scarlett Johansson. It is. It's Scarlett Johansson. So I really got to attest to that.
It's like, oh my god, how can I even put this?
She was put into a role that I feel like she knew nothing about, and
No, because
as
she did
I've
this
said,
several times. That was the running joke for a while, was that if there's a person of color or a minority role, Scarlett Johansson's going to play it. Like that's a running joke. You can look it up. It was that bad for a while.
oh
And
no shit, really.
yeah, and the thing is like putting Scarlett Johansson in that. It's like, like I'm trying to find a good way of
I'm trying to find the right way to put this.
yeah, you know what I mean. And it's difficult because
I think the main problem is while you collect your thoughts here, putting an anime into a live action is a very complicated task to do because a lot of those seem like they span over years when in all reality in their time it's only like a year. Like we're seeing that happen right now with the One Piece live action show is we're seeing a lot of those characters age up.
oh
when
yeah, well,
Luffy
Stranger
and-
Things too. Stranger Things as well. These guys are supposed to be playing teenagers. Are already 23 and 24 and 25 years old. Fucking one of them is going bald already. He already has receding ass hairline, and they have to do some very, very obvious fucking hair pieces for that shit. Okay,
Yeah.
so putting Scarlett Johansson into the Ghost in the Shell role would be like replacing Yolandi and Chappie with Wanda Sykes.
Okay. Yeah. Nope. You got me on that one.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, it's the same writing, it's the same story. Why is Wanda Sykes here?
Why is Wanda Sykes doing this? I don't understand. Why is she here?
Why is she playing a South African rap star turned bank robber?
Oh God, fucking D Antwoord.
You know?
That's a band you listen to when you want to just do drugs but don't want to actually do drugs.
you want to feel the lifestyle, don't want to do
Yeah,
the
you want to feel.
lifestyle.
Yeah, you want to feel what it's like to feel what it's like to. You want to feel what it's like to live like a white South African, but you don't want to go there.
Reasons. Wanda reasons.
Reason, yeah.
But that's
I mean,
that's what it's like. That's like just imagine watching Chappie, right? And they got everything correct, right? Everybody else is South African, including the director, the writer, the guy who's replacing Ninja, the guy who's replacing Charlton Copley. But instead of having another South African, you got Wanda Sykes.
I don't. Yeah, it always confuses me whenever they throw somebody that's not in the same at least wheelhouse. Like I don't understand if you moved it around from like a South African to another South African actor or actress. I don't understand that, but it's throwing somebody from like fucking Britain or
even,
Ireland.
Yeah, or even if you Americanize the movie, which they've done, you know what I mean? They did it with Mean Machine. We call it The Longest Yard, starring Burt Reynolds, starring Adam Sandler. Yeah, that's a British movie. It's called Mean Machine. It's about a soccer team. Yeah, except they Americanized it.
I'm glad they did. I love that movie.
Well, I like the original one. The Mean Machine, directed by fucking what's his name, was actually really good. But even if you Americanized it and then replaced every other character with American, actors and whatnot, Scarlett Johansson's presence you'd be like, okay, yeah, it makes sense that she's going to play the major,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
no,
keeping everybody else Japanese, the setting Japan, most of the dialogue Japanese, and then there's fucking Scarlett Johansson. There's Black Widow.
Kind of sticks out like a sore thumb.
It does, and it's not that she's bad either. It's just that it is so fucking jarring. It is so fucking jarring because she doesn't speak Japanese, and everybody else around her is speaking Japanese.
That's weird when they decide to put an American and not even teach them a lick or make them learn it. It's weird, in my opinion. I mean, if it was the only time I would probably give a little bit of leeway on that is if we did like an isekai. Like if you did a live action isekai and they were American and everybody else was Japanese, that would be the only time where I'd be like, okay, I'll give it. I'll give it away.
Yeah, but the Ghost in the Shell, the Ghost in the Shell story is very well known, very well written, and it is very well passed down. So to have
Scarlett Johansson, it's definitely the of it all. Like it's definitely the factor of it. I don't know. I really don't think anime is a medium where we need to turn it into live action. I think that just needs to stay cartoonish and just the way it is. I don't think we need to do what we're doing here in America and taking cartoons and turning them into live action. I think it's ruining the scene because you're going to have new fans and old fans butting heads and trying to say lore that's in the movies, but then it comes in the manga, and then you got this whole overarching argument between everybody. I don't think that's a good idea. I think it's bad.
Here's the funny thing: you can't even watch this movie right now.
Really? Why is it? Is it hard to find?
It's streaming, yeah, but you got to rent it
You,
everywhere. You got to pay to watch it.
you,
Like there's
I'm not
nobody
gonna watch that.
stream. Yeah, there's nobody prominently streaming this on their services.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking watch that. I'm not gonna pay money to see that. You're smoke. I'd pay to watch Itchy the Killer. I'd pay to own that, like
I
a
had
DVD of it.
I had the DVD of it.
I believe that. Oh, I would pay fat stacks to be able to own like a physical copy of Ichi the Killer any day.
They should have learned after the Dragon Ball live action movie. They try to make a Naruto. I will riot. I will riot
The
with you.
I don't think they have the okay. So a couple weeks ago, I said that when it comes to video game adaptations, you either have to pay attention to every small little detail that comes across to you, or do an entire own story in that universe, because there are very toxic fans in video games that will rip apart every single thing you do if you do not get it right. But I didn't mention that there is a fan base that is 9 times more scary than what video game fans are. And those fans are anime fans. Okay? Anime fans are absolutely fucking terrifying, because you thought video game fans were terrible when something didn't get adapted right. You miss one piece of lore that's from the manga or from the anime, they will riot. They will go to every single website that you have ever visited in your life and give you such a bad review that nobody will ever touch anything of yours ever again.
Yeah, I guess who's been working since that movie. Not a lot of
Who?
people. Not a
No,
lot of people.
I
Rupert
can only
Rupert
imagine.
Sanders. Rupert Sanders, the guy that directed it. I'm gonna see if he's even done anything since then.
Oh, I see. That's where it's gonna be. That's where it's gonna be. I can only assume he didn't do much afterwards. That's the killer. That's the motherfucker. I think because
Who
there's
the
only been a.
fuck put this guy in charge? Oh,
I think really the only. Oh,
oh, I hate this guy.
okay. What? Oh, whoa. We can't be coming on here saying we hate somebody and not
Oh, the fuck I can't.
not explain it. Is it you, Babel?
No, it's not.
No, it's a more deep seated hate than my hate for you, Abel.
No, that goes beyond hatred. This is the guy who thought that it was a good idea to remake The Crow.
Ew. Oh, fucking ew.
Between
Remake The
2017 and The Crow in 2024, he's had 3 projects. 2 of them were commercials. One of them was a TV series in which he only directed 1 episode.
Ew. Ew, man. The Crow remake is what he did. Are you serious?
Yeah.
We really look for the bottom of the barrel when it comes to making shit, don't we? We really just we don't even look for the good shit. I mean, that's what I said. That's like I said the other day. And this is
What's up, Mustard? You've
This
been
is-
talking shit about a whole lot today.
yeah, that was me. I was talking my shit. So what I said this to Dead Man, and he actually agreed with me. So, and I need to make a little scene that I can play on demand of just the more you know from reading Rainbow, but it says Gibby was right, and I want to play that every time that I say something that Dead Man agrees with. What I said was after reading some Gambit, I got bored, so I went through DC Ultimate and Marvel Ultimate and looked at the comics that they had, and there are a bunch of good stories. And I had this thought after I read Arkham Asylum, See You in Hell, I think it's what it's called, or Trapped in Hell, See You in Hell, something to do
Something
with
like
hell.
that, yeah.
It was something in that ballpark, and I was like, man, they have a lot of good stories that they can use. And you said, yeah, but unfortunately, Batman fans are the most casual fans ever.
I don't know, man. Check this hard drive. there's some drama going down in the chat.
Oh
Keep
shit!
going.
Hold on. What? Well, I'm not gonna. I just got back from a T-ball.
T-Bell.
I don't know. Yeah, fair enough. So what I was saying was, us as comic book fans cannot argue what we get handed by these big companies if we're not going to bitch about it. Because the only people I noticed that are the loudest are the people that are like, "Well, I love this movie. It was great. It was awesome. I was so excited to see Joker for the 85th time." You don't know how excited I was to see Scarecrow for the 95th time and Poison Ivy, seeing her for the 104th. Like we can't, you can't bitch no longer that they're not giving you different stories or diving more into the Batman villain catalog if you're not going to say anything about it.
And I agreed. Batman fans, the majority of Batman fans, people that watch the movies, that go to the premieres, they're casual fans. And you can't spring, fuck you, Superman. Get Superman's name out your mouth, you piece of shit.
Coughed at me.
Get Superman's name out your mouth, you piece of shit. He deserves better than you. You can't spring a Batman villain like the Calendar Killer on casual fans. You can't spring Victor Zsasz on casual comic book fans.
So we're just going to keep using the same fans and hope to God that the Batman ball washers are just going to keep coming back, right?
And
That's
they
the
will,
goal.
and they will, because here's the truth of it. All right, here's the truth of it.
Okay.
Batman comics have evolved far past the Adam West era. Far past it. They've evolved way past that. They've gone. Yes. Oh, hey, Danny, welcome to the show. They've evolved far past.
Halloween. Oh yeah, long Halloween. I'd have sold my left nut for that.
But Batman moviegoers, the guys that only watch, the people that only watch the Batman movies, they're still stuck in the Adam West. They still like the Biff, Pow, G. Willikers, Holy Rusted Metal
G.
Batman.
Willikers.
They
Same
are
bat
still
time, same bat channel.
stuck. They're still stuck there. And whenever they get challenged, they lose their minds. They throw an artistic screech once again, looking at you, fucking. What's his goddamn name?
Who are we trying to think of here?
Guy with a lisp.
That's a lot of people. Which one?
Guy with a lisp that tries to review the Eric July cock writer.
Oh, not Sturgis.
Yeah, Sturgis.
Oh yeah, Sturgis. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that whiny little fuck.
Yeah, but those are the people. Those are the people. When you challenge him, like the Robert Pattinson Batman, that was a good story. It was a great story. You know, it was a year one, year two Batman who still hasn't come into his own, is still relying a lot on his fists, and is not the greatest detective yet. And there's all these people like, oh, Batman almost fucking lost this one because he's just a rich kid. Yes, that's the point. He's not the greatest detective yet. It's his second year doing this. But
that's the whole point is to prove what he was like in the beginning. That's the same as doing Batman Year One. Do you know what that story was about? Batman's first year.
Yeah, and you know they hated the movie. They hated the movie. They hated the fact that it was way more realistic than they wanted. They hated the fact that Falcone was a real life gangster and people were fucking dying and there was human trafficking and drugs. And yes, dude, guess what? That's all Gotham and that's all fucking in the comics. And they hated this fucking story. But you go back to you know. And the animated series is so much better. The animated series was a notch above Adam West, a notch. And even
Still
then, when it
goofy.
turned into 2 or 3, yeah, when it turned into 2 or 3 notches, people complained.
I think we need to stop listening. We need to stop listening to the casual Batman fans, like
Yeah,
the
the
people
casual
that
anime fans
I said we need to stop listening to casuals. That's the problem.
agree.
Do they think that? Yeah, we need to stop listening to the casuals. All right, if you have not read, I'm gonna give a take here, and you can fight me on this one, but I will sit on this pretty fucking throne until I get proven wrong. If you have not read a comic or a manga about a certain thing, shut the fuck up about it. Simple as that. If you have not read, if you not read at least read, I'll give you this. If you have not read at least 50 chapters of something or 10 issues of a comic book, I don't want to hear your fucking opinion on anything coming out. I want you to
No,
sit back.
no, no,
No,
no,
no, no, no, no,
no.
no. I'm sitting on that one because if we want, if we want to
You're
leave
gonna
out
get on that
casual,
soapbox.
cool. I'll stand. Like I said, I will sit my ass on my pretty pink throne and stand on this until I am 6 feet under ashes in a box.
Yeah. Wanda said a Batman Beyond movie would be interesting. I think so. I think in the age of cyberpunk, going wild the way it is, absolutely. Mustard's going on a tirade, dude. Here, he's like
I'm sorry. What crime did they think Batman was stopping? Group verbal shakedowns, aggressive verbal carjacking, soda dealers. I don't know, man. You dealing out Pepsi. Hey, little boy, you want a Pepsi? I got boom. Got cherry vanilla.
Batman just sweeps in. Don't sell counterfeit Pepsis.
Pull the dime bag. Broken ribs.
Yeah. Making friends with everyone whose mother's name is Martha. Yeah.
That was the stupidest fucking thing. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Your mother's name was Martha too.
Why did you say that name? And I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck. They got to give that fucking Gollum, that goddamn monster of a man, some kind of weakness because it sure as fuck wasn't bullets. they had to nerf that mother. I don't think you understand. All right, Ben Affleck is 6'5", plus a couple of inches for the heels and the boots, plus armored. This motherfucker he's a Gollum. All right, I know I say that word so much, but he is a monster of a person. They had to nerf him somehow, and clearly it's not bullets. Clearly it's not even fucking Superman. So they just had to
It's Martha.
It's Martha, because not even the god of DC himself. Said it once, I'll say it again. If I lived in DC, or in the universe, I would worship Superman. But they had to give the Bat something. All right,
They have to give him some leg up. Jesus.
They had to give him something. And you know what's really funny is I actually heard something the other day. And we'll end on this because I think we're
not yet. We have made up for the time the dead man lost.
Mother. So I think I think we as Batman lovers, and we read Batman, we watch Batman, we never understand that being on the other side of Batman is terrifying. It's horrifying.
Sucks.
It is one of the scariest goddamn things you can ever think. And take away, and here's how do you do it? Forget everything you know about the Bat. Forget that he's Bruce Wayne. Forget that his mother and father were killed. Whatever. Just imagine being hunted by the Bat.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's
one of that
horrifying.
motherfucker's contingency plans is to get somebody hooked on drugs that they used to be hooked on. No, I'm not going up against somebody that's going to use active addiction as a way to beat a mutant alien. Ain't no way in hell I'm going up against that.
No.
Why are you giving me that look? Like I'm
still imagining going up against the Bat, not knowing it's Bruce Wayne, not even knowing if he's human, because let's not forget that is a constant theme in his comic books. They don't know if he's human or not because of all the metahumans. They don't know if he's human or not. So just imagine being hunted by the Bat. A guy who is essentially bulletproof, who can walk into a room with trained and armed thugs and walk back out.
Everybody else has superpowers. He just has these hands.
And they're good enough.
And
That's the scariest part. They're good enough. Everybody on the Justice League is like, when they get asked, would you fight Batman? And everybody in the Justice League is like, no.
No.
Why did you
No.
say something?
Did I piss him off? Did I drink his coffee again?
Did I fuck up? Did I use his mug?
Wait. Did one of you touch the sandwiches that said Bruce in the fucking fridge? Did one of you touch those?
Because it's not the Bruce you think it is, all right?
Yeah, that's because if you did, let me know. I need to get the fuck off of this ship. I need to get the fuck out of the Fortress of Solitude. I need to get out of everywhere.
Yeah.
I need to go to the Marvel universe so I am safe.
Yeah, because like just really just spend 10 seconds. Just forget Bruce Wayne. Forget everything about the Bat. Just imagine being on the other side of that.
Yeah, okay. I just like this argument. I know we're trying to finish, and I just want to make this real. I want to make this last one fast. I hate when people say he has money because because he does. I mean, billionaire.
That is one of his
billionaire played by Bruce
superpowers.
Wayne. Yes, but we also, and I love using this because this one has been one of my new favorite timelines. It's the absolute Batman, where they show what he is like without money.
Yeah.
And even in the story where he has no money, he is still a fucking monster. He is still a demon to fight. So I think even without the money, he would still be a beast. He would just be a broke person. And I'm telling you, a broke person with anger and able to fight is a lot scarier than a rich person with anger trying to fight.
I think one of the scariest aspects of the new Ultimate Batman is the fact that he has so little mercy. Like, there's almost no consideration. Like, a rich Batman has a lot of mercy, a lot of consideration. He'll drop you off at the ER. He'll call the cops to come get you. This Ultimate Batman, this broke ass Batman, you ain't got none of that.
No, it's hands on sight. You did wrong. It's hands on sight.
He'll set you on fire. If you want to live, you'll figure out a way to put yourself out.
Yeah, that's why I love Absolute Batman. I think that is one of the most creative ways to put Batman in the last couple of years is to make him broke, poor, living in an apartment and only have one parent living.
I mean, yeah, because one of the things, because you open a whole new can of worms. One of the weirdest things about the Watchmen, and I know everybody has a lot of opinions about the Watchmen, but it's Alan Moore, so don't take anything seriously. The way he described Rorschach,
figure out what that motherfucker smokes.
I don't know. The way he described Rorschach was supposed to be the concept of what if Batman had no money.
Well, now we get what would happen if Batman had no money.
Yeah, but but that's Rorschach. Rorschach thinks he's the hero. He's mentally ill, which Bruce is. He is violently strong, which Bruce is, and he's violent in his convictions, which Bruce is. The only difference is, what it leads to in the end. So, I know a lot of people are like, Rorschach is a fascist and Rorschach is this and that, and he's a right wing, a fever dream. And I'm like, no, right wing is, Rorschach is Batman if he didn't have money.
Yeah, let's look at the Punisher if we're going to talk about, people that are misrepresented by
media,
real life
by
people.
certain types of media. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
he doesn't kill. He sure as fuck doesn't make your life any easier either.
It's like that one guy. It's that one guy that we'll send each other TikToks of the guy that's like, why the fuck am I here?
Why the fuck am I here? Did you know he was cracking back Catwoman? No, neither did I.
He smacked Lenny so hard he learned Japanese.
I don't speak Japanese, and neither did he.
He smacked him so hard he went to dub.
I love that guy. I fucking love that guy. That's some of the most original ways to represent fucking I haven't talked
Ooh,
about Punisher in like 10 years. Welcome
I
to the
might,
show.
I
We're
might,
because
I
you know
might.
what, you're gonna want to be here next week because we are actually talking anti-heroes, and Punisher Frank
Yes.
Castle is definitely an anti-hero.
I'm
So is his
excited
so is
because I
his
get to
best
bring up
friend
Jesse
Daredevil.
Custer. I get to bring up my favorite anti-hero ever, Jesse Custer.
You're gonna make a sound, not like that. It's more like a screaming animal. You'll know when you hear it.
Yeah, I can't do that, buddy. I had to watch Princess and the Frog 85 times to get the Brendan Devereaux thing down. I got nothing here.
You just, I'm not touching that. All right.
Yeah, don't touch
Thank
it
you.
because it was a very bad way. It was a very bad way to learn something, and I will go on it very different next time I have to do it.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks for everybody for being here. Thank you so much for being and commenting. It means the world to us. And I would compare Batman and Nightchild. Nightchild is definitely in that vein. But thank you, everybody, for commenting, for being here. Please check out Dark Charm Media, Dark Charm Radio shows, wherever you get your podcasts. We've had a lot of really good success, and right now Gibby's own show is running and running strong. That is called Persona Mortis, starring Gibby himself as well as Tess Miller and several other people that are involved. It is wonderful. Please check it out, and we'll see you next week. Say goodnight, Gibby.
Good night, Gibby.